guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine, also known as Jasmina on YouTube, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So today's video is a lot different from the other videos that I've created. This one will be me applying a new set to my hand. I took off my other set and they lasted for 3 weeks. 3 weeks would have been today, and I took them off, and now it's time to apply new ones. I thought it would be nice to create a video showing you guys how I apply my press-on nails and how they last so long. I will say, as a disclaimer, there are a lot of dog lovers on my block and in my neighborhood, so you will hear barking every here and there. I'm sorry if it serves as a distraction. Honestly, I've been here so long that, and I also have dogs myself, I don't really hear the barking. And I know that sounds crazy, but it just doesn't bother me as much as it may bother someone else who don't experience a lot of barking. So I just wanted to say that that might be in my background. My fiance and my dogs are here as well, so if you hear them, just ignore them. So in this video, I will be applying these forest green nails. They're super cute. They aren't a just solid green. They do have sparkles in them, and they're kind of like shiny. I don't know if you can see it or if the camera's picking it up on it. There we go. But they look really pretty. And so I will be applying these today, step by step, and I'll show you how I apply my press-on nails and how they just last for so long. Honestly, I could have kept my nails on that I had on before on even longer, probably for a whole nother week, but I was just tired of looking at them. So we're gonna put these on. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing, we're just gonna move that there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take these out, of course. Or with the bag, that's okay though. Take out these. And if anyone is wondering, I did make these myself. When I'm bored, I like to pre-make my press-on nails so that when it's time for me to press them on, I can just look at what I've created for myself and just pop them on. Saves me a lot of time. Okay, let's take off each one of these. And we have that one. So move this out the way. And this is what we're working with. So the first thing you want to do when applying to your press-on nails is to start with clean and dry. So clean, dry hands. This, I didn't do anything to my nails. I just literally took off the nails and washed my hands. So this, what you see here, is leftover glue from the previous set. And then of course, I kind of like ripped my nail off a little. But all in all, it's just rough, you know. And so we're just gonna grab a little paper towel so that we don't make too much of a mess. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Let's line them up. Line them up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna grab a little paper towel and let's get started. So we start clear, bare nails. So the first thing I want to do is start with rubbing my hands, my nails off with rubbing alcohol. This is just not rubbing alcohol. It's 70% alcohol and then a little bit of water in here to dilute it. Ooh. Okay. So I'm just taking it and just wiping off the surface of each one of my nails. Give them all just a good wipe. We did wash our hands, which is good, but now I just want to make sure that the surface is just like really thorough and sanitized, because we're going to go in with some utensils, and I just want to make sure that we are being as safe as possible for our nails. The next thing I do is cut down my nails. This is optional because some people don't like to cut down their nail, but me, I don't like to have extra length under my press-on nail if I don't have to. I don't really care for my nails getting long, whereas some people are intentionally trying to grow out their nails, so they might not do this step, which is fine. You just have to make sure that the press-on nails that you're putting on is longer than your natural nail. And I just cut it down to my desired length, which is literally all the way down. So I cut them all away. I'm just gonna dump this out into the garbage. Okay. And now we have trim down nails. The next thing I want to do is clean up my cuticle area. It probably won't be too much to have grown because it wasn't long ago since I have cleaned them myself. And so we'll just do a little bit of cleaning up. And I use this cuticle remover. It's called the Blue Cross cuticle remover. I get it from the nail supply store near my house. And I put it inside of a spray bottle because it's just easier for me. And so I take each hand one at a time, drench it up. Then I was tripping with that one. Oh Lord. Okay. Then I'm gonna take my cuticle remover stick that I use. I have this one. You can also use something like this, which you'll use this end to just like clean up the cuticle, like how I'm about to do here. And you just take it and see, you just clean it up and make sure that your cuticle is nice and cleared for the next set. I did mention that this is so that your press-on nail will last longer and it prevents lifting later on, which is what a lot of people experience when they apply press-on nails. A lot of that reason is because when you apply your nail, not only is there oil in your cuticle that allow lifting, but you're not applying the press-on a flat surface. In a sense, it's elevated down here because we're not removing the cuticle enough. And so by removing it, it leads to us having longer lasting press-ons, which is very important. Now, if you only want to wear these press-ons for a day or so, you don't have to be as thorough. But if you're looking to wear these for a while, you should probably do this step. This step should not hurt. It should not hurt at all. And throughout this video, I'm going to just do one hand just to save us a little bit of time. And then I'll come back with my other hand done, of course. But for the sake of this video, we're going to do it with one hand so that I can be as thorough as possible. So we got this. Some people also go around and they cut the skin that's here. But I don't do that. I'm honestly scared that I'm going to nip myself. And none of this process should hurt. The amount of pressure that I'm using to remove this is not a lot. Which is why it's important that you drench your cuticle in that remover so that it removes with just ease. So this doesn't hurt. Some people cut it off. I don't cut it off. That is, I feel, is just like your preference. But yes. Okay. Do the pinky. And making sure we get it all off. Get it all off. Okay. And this do not hurt. This do not hurt me. Because it's so soft. Okay. So like you could cut this off if you wanted to, but I don't think I am, just because I don't want to cut myself on accident. Okay. So now we have removed the cuticle. The next thing we want to do is file the surface of our nails. Now, I'm going to require a lot more filing because I have some old glue on here that I need to get off. But the goal when you filing your nails, one, it shouldn't hurt. The goal is for you to remove as much oil from the surface of your nail as possible. And so by filing it off, it allows us to remove some of that oil, but also give us a rough surface on the top of the nail so that our glue or sticky tab, whatever you choose to adhere your press-on nail to your finger, sticks better. And so that is what we're about to do now. I'm using a Sunshine file, and it is 80/80 grit. You can use 100/180, whatever grit that you like, as long as you are thoroughly buffing the surface of your nail. I will say that with an 80/80 file, you are able to do it a lot faster, but you do have to be careful because these can cut you if you're too rough. So just take your time. Again, it should not hurt. And what you do is just really get into the surface of your nail and buff it down. A quick disclaimer: some people take a break from press-on nails. As you've seen in the first beginning of the video, my nails were a little bit worn out, and I'm applying more. That's just what I do. I've been doing it for a while. But if you find that your nail is maybe a bit more sensitive after applying press-on nails, maybe wait a little bit before applying more, especially if you are new to applying press-on nails and you experience maybe a little bit more damage than you should. Just give yourself a break. Sometimes I'll give myself like a day or two before reapplying another set, just so that I can make sure that my nails are ready for it. Because once you remove your original nails, your nails are a lot more fragile than they would be throughout the entire press-on nail application. So a good day or two would help a lot. Oh my god, y'all, I'm gonna file this out and I'm gonna play some music here so that we ain't gotta hear the dogs barking. Okay. make sure you get in the corners and definitely at the cuticle, because that's where we experience lifting.
小弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半，晚风拨动你的衣摆，像时间停止下来。你的拥抱只有我知道，那有一股好闻的味道，爱的魔法将我们围绕，冒出来的。 口袋，落日倾泻下来，或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，微笑弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半，晚风拨动你的衣摆，像时间停止下来，你的拥抱只有我知道，那有一股好闻的味道，爱的魔法将我们围绕，冒出来的。眼眼见你把手揣进了口袋，落日倾泻下来。
The next thing we want to do is let's get rid of all of the dust. Some people go in with a buffer at this point, which smooths the top layer of the nail. I tend to skip that part because I like the roughness. I like it rough on my nail. And the way that you know that you've buffed it good enough is you don't see the natural color of your nail. So it should not be pink or like shiny looking. All of it should be dull. That's how you know you did it right. So like this, the corner over here, it's a little shiny looking. And there we are. So we're gonna dust, get away the dust. Okay. Okay, and now we're back in business. So now we can start applying the nails. I apply my press-on nails, and you can see the difference. Actually, I'm sorry, I just got thrown off. See the difference? It should look like this, not this. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is now apply the nail. I apply my nails from pinky to thumb because if you're doing this yourself, you tend to use these two fingers a ton when you're applying it to the other hand. And so I save these for last, especially when I'm doing it on this hand, because you don't want to apply these first and then have wet nails going in to apply it over here, because then they'll just get stuck to one another, and we don't want that. So for the most efficient application, you want to go pinky, pinky, ring finger, middle finger, index, index, thumb, thumb, or however way you do it first. It doesn't matter. You just make sure that you go pinky to thumb on both hands. Okay, so let's begin. The glue that I'm going to be using is the ASP Pink Nail Glue. There are other glues you can use. KDS is one. McCart glue is one. I would suggest ASP or McCart nail glue, because I know for a fact that they will have your nails lasting for a long time. KDS is a good glue, but I've never applied KDS on my nails with the intention of my nails being on for longer than a week, because they were temporary. I would have to try the KDS glue and see how long my nails would last with the same, step-by-step preparation. But all in all, I just use this or Macart. They're not expensive at all. Macart is more expensive compared to the other glues, but this is $1.59, so I don't really consider this as expensive. But yeah, so I'll gather this, my first nail, which is a pinky nail, and now we get ready. A quick disclaimer: I hold this, and this may seem very unsanitary, but it's my hands. It's mine, and I know that I'm clean. And either way, it's mine. So just in case you wonder, what do I do with the nail when I'm about to put it on? I literally hold it with my lips, and I hold it like this, so that I can just grab it and apply it. Because sometimes when I'm putting the glue down and then I try to do, it just gets stuck. And so I try to keep them as away from one another as possible, so far away as possible. And now let's just get into it. Okay. So put a dot. First layer. Second thin layer. Then I'll apply just a little bit before the cuticle, not all the way down, and then go down. So first you go down on the cuticle, down all the way on the nail, down on the cuticle, down all the way on the nail. I'll do it a few more times. I just remembered that I forgot to prep my acetone for any nail glue spills. So you'll need a little bit of acetone and a little brush so that you can clean up the sides if necessary. So let's do the next nail. So I'll do one layer first. Second layer. Okay. Then I'll take it, start at my cuticle, just a little bit above it, not directly on it, and then go down, push down. So you want to lay it down, not just slap it on there. Lay it down. It prevents air bubbles underneath. So we got that. I see a little bit of spillage on the side. So I'm going to take my brush, dip it in my acetone, swipe. Acetone, swipe. Do it on the other side for good faith. And it literally gets rid of the glue that's on the sides. So now, watch me continue to do it for the rest of my nails.
接下来，或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，比较糊涂像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半，晚风拨动你的 袋，落日倾泻下来。或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，微笑弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半。晚风拨动你的衣摆，像时间停止下来。你的拥抱只有我知道，那有一股好闻的味道。
So, I just had an accident, messed up my mat, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. No biggie. Apply. And let's keep applying.
眼眼见你把手揣进了口袋，落日倾泻下来。或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，微笑弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半。晚风拨动你的衣摆，像时间停止下来。你的拥抱只有我知道，那有一股好闻的味道。爱的魔法将我们围绕，冒出来的。眼眼见你把手揣进了口袋，落日倾泻下来。或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，微笑弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半。晚风拨动你的衣摆，像时间停止下来。你的拥抱只有我知道，那有一股好闻的味道。爱的魔法将我们围绕，冒出来的。眼眼见你把手揣进了口袋，落日倾泻下来。或许我的不安在作怪，你的眼神释怀，微笑弧度像小猫可爱，蛋糕分我一半。
Okay, and here's one hand complete. So now I'm about to go ahead and do everything that I did to this hand to the other hand, and I'll come back. Okay, so now that I'm back, both nails are on. Hold on, y'all. Both nails are on, and now my cuticles need a little TLC with some cuticle oil. And this is the last step for applying your press-on nails, and it's just to bring some moisture, you know, just spruce up the cuticle, considering that we did all of that. Hold on, y'all, I got a piece of skin that I want to get off right here. Okay, so just to bring some oil back into the cuticles after we have stripped them with acetone, alcohol, the cuticle remover, like it just needs some TLC. And so the cuticle oil that I use is the Super Nail cuticle oil. You can get this from like the beauty supply or Walmart or anywhere. Honestly, it's cuticle oil anywhere. You can even use your regular oil. Just don't go too heavy with it, because you don't want to cause lifting using something else. And so this is the oil that I'm about to use. And y'all don't mind that. I had my little spill. I'm just using that to cover that up right now. Because, you know, that's just not important. We don't have no distractions. So to apply my cuticle oil, I use like this old like cuticle pen that I've had because I like the brush. You can use any brush that you want. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. You can use literally any brush to apply this if you want to. But I'm going to use this. And I literally just dip it in there and go around. Go around. Go around. There we go. Don't flood your cuticle too much with the oil, or you can cause premature lifting. Like I'm really working it on the outer rim of the cuticle. So you don't want to go too far into this part, or you're just gonna cause the glue to lift, and that's not what we want. So you're putting it around. Make sure we getting some on there. Putting it around. Putting it around. We're putting it around. Putting it around. Putting it around. And for me, this is like my second to last step. You can stop here if you want to. This is perfectly fine. So we're just gonna work it in. Work it in. Move that out the way now. We're done with that. And we're done with the cuticle oil. And we're just gonna work it in. Nice. Work it in. Okay. So now we have oiled up cuticles. But I don't stop here. I go in with one of my favorite hand moisturizers to make sure that I am, sorry. I go in with this hand moisturizer, the Healing Therapy by LA Palm, in the scent Cucumber Cashmere, and I love it. And a little bit goes a long way. I've had this for a while, and I get it from my local nail supply store. So just take a little bit and just go at it. And for me, I don't know, when I'm at the nail salon, well, at least when I used to go, my favorite part was putting the massage lotion on my hands, or when they'll do it for me. And I just really miss that part about being in the nail salon. And so I thought I'll incorporate it into my routine. And now my hands feel so much better after all that stripping of our natural oils and everything. Now I have a new fresh set. Yay! And honey, they on. They ain't coming off. And so, thank you all for watching. This is the end of my video. I'm always thankful for you guys that watch my videos, and especially watch them all the way through. I appreciate it so much, so much. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'm so excited to have you here and join me on my nail journey as I share my love and my hobby with you all. And yeah, my next video will be probably a Shein haul. I am creating some reels and even some organization videos, so that will be fun. Thank you guys for watching. Let me apply my new set, and I'll catch you in my next one. Love you all. Let's move that. Love you guys. Bye.